If you are one of my subscribers, you probably know that I took a long break, and if you're new here, hi, I took a long break. 2 months of a break. This is not meant for like views or anything like that. It's just the fact that I feel like people are genuinely worried and want to know what happened, and if you don't want to know and you don't care, you can just swipe out of this video, but like actually if you're legit concerned, I will explain it all in this video. I know you guys are probably expecting this happy, good video, you know, because I'm always like up and going. This is not going to be a sad video. I'm going to be doing my makeup and talking to you guys at the same time, so there's a little bit of entertainment there. I'm just going to clear some things up. Are you and Joe still together? Joe and I are still together. 2 years of being together, him and I are fine. There are no problems there. And are you okay? Yes.
Stonks.
It all started when 2020 started. Yup. I actually was sitting there thinking 2020 was gonna be an amazing year and all this stuff, but honestly, I just feel like
Stonks.
it's probably one of the worst years I've ever been through. No cap. My face is red like a baboon. I have very bad anxiety issues. I was kind of going through something like, you know, I get sad every once in a while, and I was kind of like going through something. But I normally went to the mall and shopped whenever I was stressed. Like I would like shopping therapy, because shopping is one of my favorite things to do. So I was getting ready to like buy a new outfit or something like that. So I was there with Joe. This was in January. And I was trying on clothes because I was gonna go get new clothes, you know, try to make myself feel better. And basically that went completely downhill. I was inside of the dressing room, literally no top on, anything. You know, I was mid-changing. And all of a sudden I hear screaming and running, and Joe starts banging on the door saying that there's a shooter. Now listen, hearing this made my anxiety go like skyrocketing. And since I'm so like scared and nervous with that situation, I've always had a plan for what I'm gonna do, but I was caught so off guard because I was in literally the dressing room trying to change. All he said was somebody was shooting. He didn't say where, he didn't say like anything. So I was sitting here thinking that they were near me. And if I'm in a dressing room, that's not a safe place at all. I mean, hiding is probably the last thing you want to do when there's a shooter. I honestly think you should run. Run like you never have before. Here I am inside the dressing room, and I didn't believe him at first because it was just like something I've always been so afraid of that I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I just said, promise. Like, I was literally so freaking scared. And he said, yes, I promise. And promising is kind of like our thing. So, like, you can't lie if you promise something. When he said that, it was almost as if, like, my heart dropped. Like, I was like, what? I didn't know what to do. Like I said, I was freaking topless. I didn't know where they were. I didn't want to be the last one running out either, because I didn't want to get shot. I was like, I'm not about to like just die out here. Like, the mall's one of my favorite places to go, and that just like the fact that something was happening where I go to heal my anxiety. So I started running out, and I saw people like running this way. I didn't hear any gunshots or anything like that. It was just people like screaming and running. And I like looked at Joe. I was like, what do I do? Do I run? Do I stay here? And then the store managers finally spoke up, and they're like, we're gonna close the shop down, like the store down, you're gonna stay in here. We had to be completely quiet, like kind of like in your school drills, you're really, if you're supposed to be quiet, you're not supposed to really be talking. I couldn't see outside or anything like that, but I was texting my mom and letting her know what was happening because she expected me home at a certain time. But now she's sitting here knowing her daughter is literally at the mall when a shooting is happening. From what I heard, they said the shooter was outside shooting at cars because a lot of cars were shot, including my friends. But luckily, I park in a spot where is not the main place. But the officers found gun shells inside of the mall. So I'm sitting there like, all right. Also, half the crap they were saying on the news was complete like bull pucky wucky because I was in the situation, and the fact that I feel like the news tried to jump right in and stuff like that and just try to say what they thought kind of like ticked me off. It's like being more in the moment, I feel like it would make you more upset. So I was sitting there listening to what they were saying, and some of it just wasn't true, and I was like getting like heated. But here I am on lockdown, hiding with strangers inside of Aeropostale with my boyfriend, and we're just watching the live news feed Literally, I'm inside this mall locked up and they're outside interviewing people, and I'm like, I just want to go home. No, they didn't catch them at that time, so they kind of like ran away at that time. I have probably worse anxiety than Joe does, but we definitely both have anxiety. I was basically crying and shaking uncontrollably probably the whole entire 2 hours I was there, but he was trying to calm me down and stay calm, because if he freaked out even more, I'd probably pass out. Like, I literally felt like I was gonna pass out. I didn't even know what to do. It was 2 hours later and they finally let us go, but I was like really scared to even walk out, but I did anyway because there were cops there and stuff like that who escorted us to the cars, like my car, to see if it was shot and stuff like that. My car wasn't shot, and like things were taped off. You could see where people left their food in the food court because they were running, stuff like that. It was kind of like, it was pretty dramatic for me to see. Seeing these things on the news and stuff makes me sick, and then I was actually in the situation. Nobody was shot in this. Nobody died. None of that. It was like something to do with people in a gang arguing or something like that. I don't remember the full story, but like I said, this was back in January. So that's when my anxiety started. It was getting really bad, and I was already diagnosed with anxiety and stuff like that. So it was like really triggered by that. I couldn't go out or really do anything because I was so scared too. I didn't go to the mall for a very long time because I was really like afraid. Like, I have PTSD and shit like that. So that's what triggered it, and that's what triggered me wanting to start the break on YouTube, because I was like, I can't find the time to even be happy because something happened, and that's how the break started. Crying myself to sleep every night. My anxiety was causing me to take things out on Joe. Like, I was getting mad at him. And he wasn't exactly, like, his anxiety wasn't exactly okay either. So we were just, we were arguing a lot. I'm not gonna say, like, it's not like anything like big or anything. It was just like over the dumbest things. We would just get mad at each other. I angrily said, let's take a break. And then he was like, yeah. So that's how the break started, but deep down we didn't want to take a break, and we were fine the next day. But we didn't get back together because we both agreed that I feel like if we got back together, that we would have fought, and it would have actually ended in us completely breaking up. And we both don't want that. We both love each other a lot and stuff. So we didn't put the label on it, but we literally hung out the same amount of time. Like, we didn't hang out any less. We didn't even act like we were broken up. Like, we still cuddled, we held hands, stuff like that. The most we did was like take each other out of our bios and then stop posting about each other because we didn't want all the pressure of labeling ourselves as a couple and stuff like that. He wanted to get back together with me, but I was basically scared that my anxiety would go back up again. So I went to the doctor to see basically if maybe I could get therapy so that my anxiety could go down and stuff like that. And then they diagnosed me with depression. So apparently they tried to put me on happy pills, but I've had bad experiences with taking pills. So I decided not to because I didn't want to take risks and the side effects of taking those pills. So I'm still not on no happy pills. I wanted to figure it out myself. And honestly, doctors make you feel so much worse about like what's going on with you than anybody else would. Like, they make you feel so much worse than what's actually going on. That doctor made me feel even more like shit than I already did. I was officially diagnosed with depression and stuff like that, and I know I've had it for a while because I get these phases where I get so sad, and then when I start crying I don't stop crying and stuff like that. But I never wanted help because I didn't want to be told straight to my face that I had an issue. But finally, I guess I decided to get help. School on top of how I was feeling was not it. I'm not school smart. I'm not a school person. Eventually, Joe and I did get back together, but it was literally like we never even broke up, like I said before. I don't really like people's opinions on us taking a break. I really don't. Our break was supposed to be low-key and kept a secret because we didn't want anybody knowing about it. I didn't want to have to explain it to anybody. I didn't want anybody worrying about our relationship because I knew we were going to be okay. But then word started getting around because we took each other out of our bios, and then people started assuming, and then it was posting everywhere. And I never confirmed it until probably like 2 weeks after we were even on the break. And then that's when people's opinions started going around. Like when we got back together, so they're like, you haven't been together for 2 years because you guys took a break, so you guys haven't been dating for 2 years straight. And I don't like people's opinions like that, because this is my relationship. It's not anybody else's. It's not anybody else's opinion to tell me what to do. And that's why I wanted to keep it a secret, because if it goes around, then that's when people's opinions are going to start affecting me, because what people tell me I actually listen to and think about, and I don't want to do that. I want to think what I want to think without people telling me what to do, because I didn't ask for anybody's opinion. They don't know my relationship. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know how happy we actually are together. We just had a down part. Some things are just meant to be private, but with my relationship, with him being so public, it's just hard to do that. So that's why I'm explaining everything, because I feel like everything's already out. My school, everything, there's been rumors going around, a bunch of shit. So there's a whole entire other deal with my best friend Sim. So here's the honest truth with Sim and I, and this is not a joke, I'm not lying. There was a rumor going around that I was dating my best friend, Sim, and Sim and I were like, what? And we thought it was like hilarious, and so we were like, you know what? Our lives are kind of fucking crashing down, why don't we just make this into a joke and act like we're freaking dating? So that's exactly what we decided to do. We made a joke that we were together and stuff like that. People believed it. Oh yeah, they believed it, because guess the rumors that went around. I still get called lesbian because of that week we pretended, and we posted it. We posted our breakup and everything, actually. But the reason why we didn't come out with it as a joke is because we didn't want to go to school and people being pissed at us, because they're like, why would you lie about dating a girl? What, are you homophobic? Whatever. But we didn't want to deal with that. Truth is, it was a joke. We didn't do anything during the whole entire time we were dating, whatever you want to call it, because I was on a break with Joe. Him and I were basically still together. And no, Sim and I were not for real dating. That was a joke. Her and I are very close best friends, and that is all. No, I did not do the dirty with her, because I keep getting text messages like, oh my god, you had sex with a girl. No. Man, no, that never happened. Her and I didn't do shit when we were dating. We were still best friends, no difference. It was just the attention and the joy of everybody thinking that we were dating. And we were also trying to see how quick it would spread around the school. And let me tell you, that shit spread so quick, and we were just sitting there laughing about it. Joke did not last more than a week. Yeah, people to this day still think that it's not a joke, but you can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm speaking facts. She'll tell you the same thing. We're both speaking facts. We did not date for real. We did not do shit. Well, you're gay. I'm like, but I just say, funny. I don't even try to deny it anymore, because I'm tired of explaining it to people. So if you want it to be explained, just watch this video, because I'm tired of explaining it. There's also rumors going around that I apparently cheated on him. That's bullshit. People want to say what they want to say to try to get us to break up, because that has actually happened. People have tried to break us up for whatever reason. Our relationship makes people mad. Still, even when we got back together, I was still on this whole break on YouTube thing, because I was trying to make sure being back together with him was the thing I wanted, and that I was completely stable and all this stuff. I'm still trying to get over. I'm still trying to get back to who I was, stuff like that. All this coronavirus stuff is actually making me probably pretty sad, honestly, because I don't like being locked indoors all day. I'm sure no kid does, honestly. My school really do be knowing how to push my buttons till I just about had enough of the bullshit. This is the finished look. Looking good, looking snazzy, all ranted out. Y'all now know what happened. So no more questions gonna be asked. You guys are just gonna watch this video. Alright. Stay home. I'm not gonna say it again. Alright, I'm closing my eyes so that I'm not cheating, looking, not picking any favorites, and I'm scrolling down, and the first one I see is Brinley Stanley. So if you are Brinley Stanley, you get the notification shout out for this week. So congratulations. And thank you for being notified to my channel. Alright, same goes for this video. If you comment notification gang, or whatever you want to comment, whatever, you will get a shout out. I will see y'all next week on this corona break, whatever's going on, Adios, home slice. Home slices.